welcome to another edition of DENT Sports. I'm Don.
And I'm Steve.
We're here to go to another week in March. Almost to St. Patty's Day tomorrow, right? So,
Yeah.
good times. Have by all if you're drinking. If you're not, well, it's just a regular day. It's a Wednesday for everybody. So
If you're working, it's still Wednesday.
yeah, it's just Wednesday. Nothing new. We got huge news. A lot of the tampering, that's already been going on. Actually, it was official now. So NFL is making moves, and rosters are getting pillaged or getting added to.
Yep.
So that's good news or bad news, depending on who you are. We'll see what happens, down the road. Because free agency is a wicked mistress. Because sometimes she's good, sometimes she's bad. With it. So we'll see what happens with it in the future, how these acquisitions pan out or not pan out with it. So how's Detroit doing in the first couple days here?
You know what? Primarily not doing a whole lot. We've re-signed a couple of guys and more or less lost several. So I mean, which isn't surprising. I kind of saw it coming anyways, but it was unfortunate to lose Marvin Jones today. I was hoping he was going to stick around, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He's moving on to the Jaguars. So, like I said, that was unfortunate. I enjoyed his, the time he was there. He did a nice job for us and caught a lot of passes and in big spots as well. So, really,
that was the strength of the Lions, right? I mean, besides Stafford was the receiving corps.
Yeah.
And to see him, and then next is Galloway. Galloway as soon as he signs with somebody.
Yeah, Galladay will be gone.
Yeah.
Jones is gone. So I mean, we're pretty much, like we said, in a full reboot.
Yeah.
A full reboot. So, whatever. It is what it is at this point. And we did re-sign Akwara, which was a good signing because he's a pretty good pass rusher, and you always need that. And then the other guy we lost too was the special teams, Agnew. He's one of the better kick returners, punt returners in the league. And then he was actually used a little bit on the offensive side of the ball too as a receiver. Very nice player, and I'm not exactly sure where he ended up, but somebody's going to get a pretty nice player there. Detroit's been pretty blessed in that regard as far as, special teams guys that, do kicks and punt returns. They're usually pretty solid.
Or who punts or kicks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they've been pretty good in that area for a long time. But, from what I understand, they're looking at, I think, what's his name? The kicker, I think he's going to be gone.
Oh, Prater?
Yeah, I think Prater's not going to be there, which another guy that's been fairly solid for him, as long as it isn't an extra point or something, he's good.
Yeah, but again, it's that usual, the same thing though. Is once he's gone and the other guy starts coming in and missing kicks, then you're like, well, why didn't we sign that guy?
Yeah.
It's always a double-edged sword because those kickers, as you know, are few and far between, especially if they're decent.
Yeah.
Again, everybody misses kicks every once in a while, but he's pretty much money when it comes to the game winners, because I know him from Denver.
Yep.
I mean, game winners or clutch long ones, you couldn't hardly find anybody better.
No. If it's over 50 yards, you can count it.
No, I mean, as I sit here and watch McManus shank them, and I go, maybe we could have kept Prater. Same thing, right? It's just what it is. But like I said, once those pieces go, and kickers are I believe are highly underrated.
No, I do too. Because
they do put points on the board, and it just a matter of time. But when they go, and then you have the next guy come in and shank them and miss them, you kind of go, it'd be kind of nice to have 3 points there, or game winner, and the guy misses it. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, between them and punters, they're very important pieces of the puzzle. Being able to pin people down inside the 20 and stuff like that is important.
Well, change his field position.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge.
I will say this. I mean, the Lions did, got rid of one of their punters. I think he went to Denver actually.
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, and Martin was great. And
Yeah.
then so this past year though,
Well,
the
Fox
guy-
is even
Fox.
better.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fox came in. And
I was kind of hoping you guys would cut him too, and we could take him.
yeah. I mean, Fox came in and did a huge job. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Detroit, for whatever reason, that's the one area that they've always been successful in is special teams area. Seems like kicking and stuff like that. They've had good success with finding guys. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure that Prater's gone, but there was some definite talk about that he might be leaving. So, if he goes, I'm sorry to see him go, but
Well, I mean, to me, if it's, I totally understand. You know, like you said before, if it's a piece and you can cut salary and if you're rebuilding anyway,
yeah,
you know, does it really matter?
no.
I mean, you're just trying to empty the books
Mhm.
and get as low as you can and start the process over, and then hopefully you find a younger guy or somebody that's out there for cheaper.
By the looks of it, we're not going to be scoring a whole lot of points anyway. So
Well, no, I mean that's what I said. I mean, it's not really. I don't think it's a hindrance
no,
with it if he does leave, because again, just like you said, you're in a rebuild mode, so
yeah,
you know it's going to be very hard to come out and sit here and go, oh, playoff, you know, first year,
no,
you know, with taking everybody out of the fold. And trading it away, so it's just going to be tough. So, like I said, if you can save more money and it makes sense, you know, that's with it. So
no, it does. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Jared Goff though. I mean, he's going to be coming in here and
Yeah.
rebuild.
Yeah.
He was already struggling coming in here, and now like here, let me give you less to work with than what
Yeah.
you had.
Well, like you said, you know, he might not be done either.
Well,
I mean, he could still be moved.
yeah,
Like I said, that guy that was with the Browns that's now in the fold of the Lions, he moved Osweiler,
yeah,
you know, and just ate salary X, Y, and Z, right? So
yeah.
wouldn't surprise me if he traded him one more time.
You
You
very
know,
well could.
who knows, right? You know, and
There's
until
probably suitors out there. I mean,
well, yeah, I mean, you're always anybody's, you know, looking at people that are getting signed. You know, he golfs better than most of them.
no, yeah.
So-
I mean, he's young too, so he
Yeah.
can still get better.
Exactly.
He could be a nice piece. I mean, for the Lions, truthfully, if they
Yeah.
put some pieces around him,
Mm-hmm.
he might work out okay. He might be just fine. So, but we'll see. I mean, other than that, it's been all kinds of all quiet on the Detroit front. So,
Okay. Yeah, I know. We've been busy with the Broncos, so business has been picking up. It started out a little bit slow as far as tampering period, but we got a lot of restricted free agents signed. We put a lot of tenders on a few guys.
yep.
So you know, Patrick is the second rounder. Alexander Johnson's the second rounder, which are, you know, a good receiver, good inside linebacker.
Yep.
So that's good. We resigned today Von Miller, which is huge. So hopefully him and Chubb can get on the field and play this
Yeah.
year, which would be nice. We picked up Darby from the football team. I know he was drafted by the Bills and then played for the Eagles and then was just recently with the football team. But he led the, I think last year, I read that he led in pass deflections, and so we'll see. You know what he can do. If he does anything, he'll be half as good as the other free agent we signed, Bouye, last year. I mean, so just as long as this guy stays on the field, his worth will be decided by how good he can cover Tyreek Hill. If that's not a success, then we'll figure out right away, right? Like, oh, nope, this maybe wasn't the right move. But
Yep.
first things first starts with being on the field, and that's.
And then they just resigned Sutton too, right? Is it Sutton, the safety.
Simmons was they
Simmons.
they did put a tag on him, so
Yeah.
he's at least under another contract year. Hopefully they'll make another signing deal and get him long term. So we don't. But we did lose Kareem Jackson, which kind of stinks because he was kind of helping us with the Deshaun Watson thing. So it was like, oh, really? But we'll see what happens with that. Because again, the rumors are still swirling with him in the fold. So We'll just have to wait and see. Latest I heard was San Francisco and Denver. Seems to be the last two, but who knows? We'll know when it breaks all over the TV, and
Yeah.
because it won't be just a loud splash on that one. It will be,
Yeah.
you know, breaking news, and everybody will analyze it and reanalyze it and analyze it again, you know, on what happened. If it does happen, to hopefully go our way. If it doesn't, then you know we're going to get Drew his third year and see what he does.
Yeah.
So should be interesting times in the next few days, because official free agency starts tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Even though all the stuff has already been going down for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good times. But again, that of course takes most of the news these days.
Yeah.
So I guess next would be probably going basketball, right? You know, I know everybody's coming off the All-Star break.
Mhm.
Nuggets are off and on. I know last
Pistons.
night they played the Pacers, so they got a W out of that. But again, it's just the start of the second half, so
Mhm.
I don't think it's too tough to start critiquing everything right now from those results that are happening right after the All-Star break.
The trade deadlines are on the corner too, right? For that.
I would expect it's coming up fast,
Mhm.
because we're going to see some people, or the teams in contention, starting to make some roster moves.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Hopefully, we'll be one of them too. you know,
Yeah,
Is-
we're gonna continue our losing ways and just
Start selling.
get rid of the rest of whatever's decent there. Probably including Jeremy Grant, since he's outperforming the contract, so we might as well.
Yeah.
You're
What the
playing
heck?
way too well here. You
Yeah.
gotta settle down.
Yeah, you're setting high expectations for everybody else. They're gonna want more money.
You're playing your
They
way
want
out of
more
here. You're playing your way out of Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Oh,
That's
God.
rough. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just we're going into the second half again. A couple of road games and a couple home games. Went 2 for 3.
Yep.
Lost to the Mavericks, but we got looks like a little bit of a home stint through this week. So we got Hornets, Bulls, and Pelicans before there's a road trip out east for the following week. But again, like everything's just starting. So for the Nuggets, it's just trying to keep up with the LA teams and Utah.
Yep.
To see where they seed out.
For the playoffs.
So
We don't really have anything to
It'd
worry
be
about in that
interesting.
regard. We're just looking at more losses.
just waiting for is this over yet? Is
Yeah.
it done yet? Is it done yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still wondering if we're going to see double-digit wins.
They have 9.
I think so. Yeah, the last week they lost 2 games. They lost to the Hornets. Or actually, no, it was the Nets. They lost to the Nets. And then this recently, yesterday, they lost to the Spurs by 10. So, this is some more Pistons basketball. Things are going well in the land of Detroit. Things are always...
It's rainbows and fairy tales in there.
Yeah, it's just... It's awesome. It's awesome to be a fan of Detroit sports. It doesn't get any better.
Yeah. How about those Wings? Those them too?
Yeah, the Wings they're playing some incredible hockey, losing most nights, but they found a way to win it again tonight. So
Awesome.
that was good.
Well, I mean, they played just this past week they played the Lightning and
Mm-hmm.
Kings pretty good. So
Yep.
there could be light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh yeah, I mean
So-
that's the whole thing with the Red Wings. I mean, even though they're not winning a lot of games, but they're playing the good teams tough. They're not getting blown out every night.
Yeah.
So I mean that's encouraging, and hopefully they can get it figured out at some point. But they're quite a few players away yet from really kind of being competitive. To a point where they could actually get to a playoff spot. I think
Yeah.
there's still several players away. But hopefully it'll happen. I'm I'm not gonna hold my breath because I don't think I could hold it that long.
Yeah, I think it's just an amount of trying and seeing, what they got, who they get next time, and where they go. Because as usually in the NHL, it's primarily through the draft, and you're just gonna have to wait and see if they can build on that, and then add pieces to generate more offense or defense, whatever is their issue.
Yep.
On it. So
what about the Avalanche?
Avalanche coming off this past week, finally again, they're part of this homestand. It sounded like today they're getting bodies back. Hopefully in the next series. They're supposed to be, which will be great timing because Minnesota's coming up. I guess Cale Makar and Comfort and Byram are coming back. At least they were skating today, so hopefully that means the next series they'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
So that at least takes 3 players hopefully off the injured list, with 3 or 4 still to go. So as more depth can come back, doesn't hurt. Nice thing though is they've been actually winning games. They've won the last 3 since we did the last recording. So
nice.
they beat Arizona at home, and they took 2 at home against the Kings this weekend. So now they got a makeup game against Anaheim tonight, which I think they're losing 4-3.
No, they just tied it up 4-4.
Okay, so there we go. It's 4-4 in the second. So even better. So they might have a chance to continue this winning streak, which is good because this is, I think, what I talked about earlier. Is if they can get healthy and start getting momentum, there's going to be again a tough team. I mean, that's the reason why they were one of the favorites or the favorite to take the cup this year. So if they can get healthy and start this momentum like this here, we'll be good.
Yeah,
we'll be good
sure.
Going into the end of the later stages for playoffs. So hopefully they'll win tonight, getting the 2 points, and just keep keeping up with Vegas and St. Louis and Minnesota.
And getting some of the younger guys some time on the ice.
Yeah. No, like I said, it's only going to add depth. It's just, and that's the key. If they can get more depth, the better.
Yep. For sure.
And like I said, once I mean, like I said, there's unbelievable Sakic. Like I've always given him praises with how he's built this team. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're almost one of those. They're almost 4 deep. You know what I mean, as far as talent. I mean, usually you get like 1 or 2 lines pretty loaded. I mean, their 3rd and 4th line is pretty deep. I mean, if everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
So which is scary.
A lot of those guys would probably be 1st or 2nd line on other teams.
Yeah, they're at least 2nd or 3rd line on other teams. I mean, even the 4th line, which is usually the goon line, or they actually have like skilled players, filling that role on those lines. So which will only help you.
Yep.
In penalty kills and absorbing minutes. So like I said, we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, it's really nice. It's getting back to Forsberg and Sakic days when he was playing. Where it's actually okay, this is nice team, nice hockey. This is what is enjoyable to watch with it. So again, it's just if they can finally get rid of the injury bug for the last 3 years, that's been hurting them.
Yep.
This team should hopefully be contending, which would be good.
Yeah, no, it is. It's nice to see, especially with all the turmoil surrounding the Rockies and the management and all that.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have something to be cheering about, and be happy with. I mean, obviously NFL stuff is coming around the corner again.
Well, I was going to say another thing too. I forgot to mention the NFL is that there's rumors that, or at least I saw there was a rumor that Manning is putting together an ownership group that might be behind the Broncos, which will be huge. That's what we need, right? Be just perfect. We'll have somebody who knows what the hell they're doing up top, and face of the franchise XYZ. Everybody knows Peyton.
Yeah.
And like I said, he seems to be in Denver most of the time anyway. So
No.
Why not, right?
They might as well allow, let him replace the guy that was
Yeah, like you said, the
the
current ones.
legend.
Yeah, like you said, with Pat Bolin and whatever the trust fund kids after that has made this place a complete mockery after Pat's passing. I think that's exactly what the Broncos need to solidify that upper perch in ownership. And I'm sure Peyton wouldn't mind those checks coming in like everybody else, right? So
No.
Get those TV revenue checks.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, this is pretty nice. I like this, and I'm taking a lot less hits and I'm making more money.
Yeah.
So
I'm still able to pull the strings on,
yeah, well, exactly, and it fills that void of football.
Yeah.
Still around it, and him and John can go get some free steaks at LOA's or Shanahan's.
Yeah.
So living on everybody else's dole as they're making huge amounts of money.
Right. Exactly.
So must be nice.
Yeah. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of problems, how's the spring training here going?
Not well.
I was gonna say I know the Rockies surprisingly have pitched pretty decent so far. I mean, I've seen a lot of like one or two run games,
Yep.
which gives you a little bit of hope. But again, they're pitching or playing against guys who are just washing cars 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's the old Lou, right? Gotta sail a couple white walls for you. So we'll see what happens. But playing decent. They've lost the last few games, so they've lost against the Rangers, and of course got blown out by the Dodgers as usual. But started out pretty good with a few wins, but we're starting to take on L's fast, which is what we expect for this year. They're at 500 as we go into tonight's game against the Reds down in I think it's in the red, so I think it's down in Goodyear, Arizona. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we'll wait till opening day rosters on April Fool's Day, which will be the perfect April Fool's Days for Rocky fans. You were fooled in that they were going to keep Arenado, and you weren't, and we're going to pay more money to get rid of him.
Yep. Exactly.
So, which kind of sucked, but that ship has sailed.
Well, whatever the positives were for the Tigers at the start of the preseason, they've kind of went away. They've been on a nice little losing streak here as of late. I think they've lost 4 or 5 in a row, actually 6, 7 in a row.
Oh, so
So
they're rounding into form.
yeah, we're coming right into mid-season form now.
Yeah, we're about ready to come out of the gates just like that.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking good. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean,
We started off really good, and boom.
I mean, you got to think of the positivity of coming out from enjoying that nice Florida weather, and here's your first home game in 30-degree Detroit. Have fun.
Oh yeah.
It's
gonna be wonderful.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic for the Tigers.
Yeah, we're just letting the Yankees feel good about themselves on this little trip right now. So, it's
New York's having some problems these days, so
Yeah.
you're trying to donate, make them feel good.
Yeah, give them, get their heads swelled up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what the plan is this year, is to get everybody feeling good about themselves, and then come by, when the season starts, and just sweep everybody.
Yeah.
Take control of the.
Well, just you're just
Central.
laying in the weeds.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
then
win
next
the,
you know, you're just gonna roll right through Chicago and
Yeah.
Minnesota.
we're gonna take control of the AL Central.
Yeah.
There's no question. We'll win that by double digits.
Yeah.
We'll win that by
You're
double
looking-
digits games.
Yeah. You're looking at a probably close to 100-win season. I mean.
Yeah, I would say more than that.
Really? Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
Well, we should have the division wrapped up by All-Star break.
Also, right? Man, that's
It's
awesome.
gonna be awesome, man.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah, it is.
I think the people in Detroit are going to be really excited about this team this year. And what I mean by
Just get ready.
excited is they're going to be freaking pissed and swearing at the team by May.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
By Memorial Day, that's going to ruin their Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yeah. No, it's been that way. So it'll just continue on, because by the time they get to Memorial Day, they've already witnessed a lot of losing by all the other teams in Detroit. So
Yeah, and they had the draft and
yeah,
free agencies.
The Lions have already set them up for, misery for the year.
Yeah,
so.
they're ready for the whatchamacallit, the OTAs, right? You know, you're gonna get the preseason and kind of get everybody excited about that roster.
Exactly. It's just it's people are
Success
used to
story
it.
after one another. It's
Yeah.
success story after success story.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing but positive news coming out of Detroit, in all sports, not just that.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good to be a Detroit fan.
Yeah.
You can just,
It just oozes. It
Yeah,
just
I mean,
oozes positivity.
Yeah, I mean, you just know you're in for good stuff every
Yeah.
year.
Well, I was gonna say one positive thing is Michigan State made it into the NCAA.
Yeah. Michigan's a
Didn't see that coming at all, right?
Right. No,
Because I remember sitting on the couch going, "Don't worry, they'll get Michigan State in there."
Oh yeah.
Surprise! Wow.
Izzo, imagine that.
How did that happen? And of course, they'll probably make a run as usual. You know what I mean? It's just the way it works.
Michigan got a 1 seed.
And
though,
Michigan got a 1 seed.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
Yep.
So.
That is a positive, actually. Kudos to Juwan Howard. He's done a nice job since he's been there.
Yeah.
He really has. He's done a nice job, and he's got those kids playing hard, and kudos to him.
Yeah.
Because
This weekend game sucked, though. Of course.
Yeah.
Another loss to the red team, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, can we just beat them once? Can somebody just beat this damn team?
Yeah. Do we
Right.
have to lose to Ohio State?
Yeah. You could have lost to Minnesota. You could have lost to Illinois.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, but no, we get Ohio State and
Yeah. You gotta lose.
gotta lose that team, right? It's just like
Yeah. That's what we do.
it's like a curse
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
So-
it is.
So hopefully they'll make some noise in the tournament.
Yeah,
and keep moving forward on that.
Yeah. I think they're gonna do well, actually.
I guess we'll see Thursday and Friday this weekend how it goes because the Buffs made it in. They're
Yeah.
after blowing the Big 12 or Pac-12 championship game against Oregon State by not bailing defense and not able to shoot a three-pointer all of a sudden. So they lost that. But again, that's normal. Losing the conference championship game, either football or basketball, doesn't matter. Just choke.
Yep.
So that's just perfect for Boulder. So we got a 5th seed, and of course we draw Patrick Ewing in Georgetown. So I'm sure everybody and anybody has Georgetown winning because it's going to be East Coast bias on everything they're going to do. And they're from the ACC or Big Ten or whatever the hell their conference is now these days.
Yep.
So I'm sure they're going to be already hot and heavy on ESPN and everything else with the Northeastern team. Telling that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they can make a run out of that bracket area, but it's going to be a tough road because I think if they win that game, they're probably going to be playing Florida State, which will be another ACC team. So
Did the Matter get to the NIT?
I'm not sure if they even are having the NIT or anything. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
I know there was a lot of teams that are already like, oh, we don't even want to be a part of it. And especially with all the COVID stuff and around, I don't blame them, with it.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see what happens. I heard, which I was surprised that I guess, but who knows? We've heard coaches before say things about Alford saying he said he wants to stay in Nevada, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I saw that Indiana let the coach go. So
Yeah,
here we
but again, if it's me, what is just talk about Indiana, that what's been lacking, right? They don't have a splash. They haven't done anything. So what would be the smartest thing for IU to do?
Mm-hmm.
Is go get Patino, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
He's got the checkered past, X, Y, and Z, but guess what? Who's going to get players there, and who would make Indiana relevant again? Back to the days of Bobby Knight, right?
Yeah.
Would be what? Patino. I if it's them, and we talk about with all these, you got to make a splash, right? Take the risk, because I think the risks are going to be outweighing the
Yeah.
issues that's with it, and even if you get dinged with issues later, you still have that run with Patino. I mean, it's one of those. It's a high level coach, big name. You got to go with it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all about recruiting.
yeah. I mean, Kansas got bit with the Les Miles thing, or whatever happened with that. But Indiana needs a shot in the arm. They've been pretty much DOA since Knights left and Harbaugh's brother-in-law has gone. Again, it's the same thing. They're not recruiting. They're not getting top talent.
No.
So
Much different than it used to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I think after I would expect Iona to lose to, I know they're playing a top team. I think it's one of the top teams in the nation. I can't remember off the chart.
Yeah,
but
Patino's not. Yeah.
It's like this. It's like Anthony versus it's David versus Goliath with
Alabama.
Is it Bama? So I don't. Yeah, that's with it. But if Patino loses, you have to bring him to Bloomington.
Yeah.
Right away, right? I mean,
And it's not like he's not going to jump for the opportunity.
Yeah,
to get
because
back to a decent program.
yeah, he's in a power conference. He'll be right at home,
Yeah.
and then he can sell the tradition of IU and and all that stuff with it, and then they could be relevant again.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be me if I was with that. But again, not for Indiana basketball on that portion. But I was just trying to think that was a good cross reference of potential, since we had Alford here locally, who of course has IU connections and could be, as all coaches around this area, as soon as they have any type of success are out of here.
Yeah.
Because again, you're not getting paid much, and go make the big bucks and make yourself relevant again.
Yep.
Down the road. So.
What's his name that left here before Alford came? He's done a hell of a job down in Arkansas or where.
Yeah. Arkansas's a 3rd seed, I think a 3 seed. So he's going to have I think a pretty good successful tournament. Because he's proven himself successful before.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're probably going to go at least Elite 8, maybe further.
Mm-hmm. No, kudos to the coach, man.
With
he's
that,
done a great job.
Yeah, I mean, well, and the funny thing too is I know I think I saw I think Colorado's playing Cal, and I think Fox is coaching Cal, and I guess now Trent Johnson is assistant.
Oh yeah.
On his bench, so again, full circle with these guys, doing work, but now they're, both. Trent was in the Bay Area with Stanford, and so now they're coaching a Cal, which is a little weird, but again, it's a job, and at a Power 5 per se. I know basketball is different than football, but again, big conference.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not a bad spot for them to be.
Yeah.
So it's good for those guys. I mean.
Well, yeah, it's still cashing a check. Exactly. So I think that will put a kibosh on tonight, and we'll be
DENT Sports.
Yeah, we'll be getting into the frivolity of St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
With a little bit of luck of the Irish.
We'll be, by next week's video, we'll have a lot more clarity on free agent moves and where everybody's going to be landing. So I'm looking forward to a fun week ahead. See what happens with all that, and another fun week for the Pistons and Red Wings to go out and lose as many games as possible.
Well, to show out.
Yeah.
And then like you say, getting the Tigers getting in line for that first week.
Getting ready to win that division.
Yeah. Start off strong. Start off on a nice, 15-game win streak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, they'll have the division wrapped up probably by.
All-Star break.
Yeah, All-Star break or somewhere around there.
Yeah. So we'll see what's going on over here in Denver. So like I said, we got Nuggets will be hopefully moving towards hopefully adding somebody in the trade deadlines that's coming up soon, and hopefully getting a better seed position. for the playoffs, and then we'll see if Avs can get healthy and keep winning, and then we'll just go to the Rockies and just point and laugh, and then we'll see what happens with the Broncos if the Deshaun Watson saga continues or not. See where that goes.
Yep.
So
Should be interesting to say the least.
yeah, no, there's as usual the NFL dominates most headlines, and so that will move the meter as soon as these people start finding places to land, especially these big ticket people that are involved in trades, right? I mean, they're not even free agents; they're just like making moves, roster moves.
Oh yeah, that salary cap screwed with so many teams, and it's made it difficult for some.
Yeah. Well, it seems like most of them is not even a salary cap anyway, but.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that way.
It seems like, wow, I mean, how did the Chiefs get underneath there? And they're signing free agents when they were totally way above the salary cap.
Yeah.
But again, as usual, it's creative financing, and teams find ways to get around it, you know. I mean, I can't say, I mean, Denver did it because we learned from San Francisco. San Francisco was the king of the salary manipulation. And then, you know, we followed up right suit after them to bring in things like Neil Smith and, you know, all these Ray Crockett, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're able to bring in, you know, high priced talent and fill out the last final pieces to get a really good team together. So
Sure.
we'll see what happens. It's not going to be a dull moment as usual, and it will take most of the airtime on any sports channel that we've got, and then we're within a little bit over a month of draft. So this next month is going to be pretty busy with stuff. So hopefully you'll hang with us, and if you do, hit the shit out of that subscribe button, hit some notifications, like. Throw some swear words or anything in the comment section, because we'll swear right back at you.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys have a good evening, and be safe on the old patio furniture day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody for joining, and we'll catch you soon.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night.